Happy Independence Day! As someone who has struggled in my life to gain a sense of independence, this is one of my favorite holidays. I mean, this is a day we celebrate a group of people who one day got together and said, no, they declared, hey, England, we can make it on our own. We don't need you anymore to take care of us or give us direction or make the rules for us. We don't need you to tell us our values or our identity. We can manage ourselves and be successful without your guidance or your approval. Independence is a powerful thing, and it is worthy of celebration. And words of independence like this, they can be just as powerful for you in your life. So here's what I want you to consider today. How independent are you? See, independence is the second of three possible stages we can grow into in our lives. Before we talk about independence, I want to talk about the first stage, where many of us can get stuck, and that is dependence. See, every human being starts out in a stage of dependence. Think about a baby. This is where you rely on other people and forces in the outside world to guide you in everything. Your actions, your choices. They tell you your beliefs and your values. They even help you figure out your own self-image and sense of value in the world. When you're in this stage of dependence, you're completely reliant on someone or something else, which means you have no responsibility. Well, doesn't that sound nice? Freedom from making decisions? Yes, please. It sounds so nice that many people stay here. They stay in a dependent state for their entire lives. And why not? I mean, this way you have no responsibility, no accountability for the results you get in your life. And when things go wrong, you just blame someone else. You're not in control. But the danger of staying here is that you never really pursue anything for yourself. And you are always going to be seeking a sense of identity and self-worth from the outside. You'll find yourselves comparing yourself to standards other people set, goals other people set, and you'll blame others in the universe when you fall short. So while staying dependent may seem like the easy thing to do, it's very unfulfilling. And settling for dependence is going to lead you to often feel guilty, depressed. You'll find your self-esteem just depreciating, and you can suffer many other mental health disorders. So let's not do that to ourselves. Let's do the work to get out of that state of dependence and reach the next stage, which is independence. And most of us do this. Most of us make a series of decisions and we learn and we grow and we get to places of independence. Independence is where you really rely only on yourself to guide you. You have the confidence to make your own choices and determine your own set of beliefs and values. Your self-worth comes from within. Here, in independence, you define your own identity and you set your own direction. And you are fully responsible and accountable for what happens to you and around you. And it is a beautiful, powerful feeling. And while independence is certainly harder to navigate, the feeling of freedom and confidence that comes from controlling your own destiny, I promise you, it's like nothing else. Getting to a stage of independence in our lives, it's a continuous process. There is no magic moment where you suddenly switch from being dependent to independent in all the areas of your life. The reality is you can be a very independent person and still have circumstances and situations that you feel very dependent. The question is, can you recognize them? See, once you're able to recognize those areas where you know you're stuck in a state of dependence, then you can start the work to grow to that next stage of independence. And how do you do that? Well, you stitch it up. You start by changing the way you think about yourself, the situation, and the world around you. And in order to change the way you think, you practice affirmations. An affirmation is a first-person, present tense statement of the mindset that you're trying to achieve. You can make your own, or you could borrow one of mine. Here they are. I can make it on my own. Say it again. I can make it on my own. I don't need you to take care of me, give me direction, or dictate the rules for me. I define my values and identity. One more. I can manage my life and be successful without your guidance or your approval. Now, if you feel brave enough, you can say these out loud to the people you need to separate from. Or you can just say them in your head. You say them over and over and you repeat it till you believe it. So on this Independence Day, my challenge for you is this. Reflect on your life. What are those areas where you're stuck in a state of dependence and you want to feel more independent? And then say the affirmations, make it happen, declare it. And then once you've begun to master independence, remember the work doesn't stop because there is a third stage, interdependence. What is interdependence, you ask? Well, you are going to have to watch for a future video for that. So make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment, share it out with your friends. Everybody have a safe and happy Independence Day. Stitch it up, and please, today, let your freedom ring.